Do you have a past with monsters that we need to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been? Have you had a monster experience?
Yeah.
Lights back on.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had any experiences with monsters, but I did have an experience with TSA one time. I don't think it was called the TSA when I had the experience. This is pre
9/11.
9/11.
You can say that. We can say 9/11 on this show.
Yeah, we can.
But we need to be solemn about it.
It wasn't that I didn't want to say it. It's just I couldn't remember what it was.
Really?
It's like I couldn't remember what diffuse was earlier. You need to like slap me or something. Don't. I just, it's one of those days I just can't quite get my words
Have you forgotten?
out.
Maybe you need the stun.
Have you forgotten?
No, I listened to
There's a whole Alan Jackson song.
Toby Keith is what I was going to say. It's
Have you
Alan
forgotten?
Jackson. Yeah. I listen to the Alan Jackson song all the time.
Where were you when the world stopped
Okay,
turning?
let's not turn it into that.
Have you forgotten wasn't Alan
This is
Jackson?
pre 9/11, and so things were a little bit different. And I was dating a girl who lived in Atlanta.
Her first name was Kelly.
Her name was Kelly, and so this was a long distance relationship. And what that entailed was travel by plane to see each other.
There was no Skype.
And at one point,
back then,
this was okay. This is another thing. This is pre 9/11, which means.
What are you laughing at?
You're like setting the scene for him as he's talking.
Yeah.
It's good.
Pre 9/11, correct me if I'm wrong. You could go through security if you weren't getting on the plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So we were taking her
You
dad.
could take your loved one all the way to the gate.
Right. Her dad and I were taking her back to the airport.
You couldn't go on the plane.
He lived in That's true. He lived in North Carolina, and she was going back to Georgia. So the three of us were going through security, and this was early in our relationship. I was still trying a lot of different things to get her attention and make her think I was funny.
To impress her.
Right. And not that I'd stopped doing that. I'm just saying that I was more experimental. And so
I was more experimental in my humor to impress
in my public
the
humor
ladies.
Public humor demonstrations. So I thought that it would be a good idea to when
you go through the metal detector.
The security guard was standing there and kind of like telling us, what to do. And I said, "Would you like my gun?" Now,
and then all of the air was sucked out of the airport.
No, actually I said, "Would you like my handgun?" To be specific, "Would you like my handgun?"
And you said it loud enough so that Kelly
could hear it, because she would think that was really funny. And you know what? Her dad would really think it was funny. What? So
how embarrassing.
The first thing the guy said was, the first thing that struck me was that the security officer did not think this was humorous.
Right, no smile.
I was 21. So
how old did you think he was?
I
8?
couldn't figure out if he was a teenager or if he was like an adult. I don't know. Okay,
Neither.
Like on the cusp.
He's a confused human.
And I said,
21 years old.
He looked at me and I was like,
so you said, would you
like
to see my handgun?
Would you like my handgun? And he was not amused. And then he said, "Sir, would you like to retract your statement?" And I paused for a second because I was like, "Oh crap, maybe I've said something that I shouldn't have." Like
maybe.
Which it seems crazy now to think that I would say that, but pre 9/11, and I was stupid. And he said, "Sir, would you like to retract your statement?" At this point, attracting the attention of my girlfriend, her dad, and several strangers.
Mission accomplished.
I was like, yeah, I did it.
Now that I have all of your attention.
But see, that was a point in which I could have said something funnier to escalate it in the humor category.
Yeah, you could have reached in your coat like this.
Right, but I would have escalated in the illegal category too. So I just said, no.
No.
Oh, no. Yes. No.
Dude.
I'm sorry. I said, that would have been funny.
That would have been bad.
That would have been the right.
Nope.
I said,
you want to see my handgun or not?
I said,
the question stands. Not retracted.
I said a very meek, yes.
Everybody's looking, and you're like totally different.
Hold on, is this performance comedian going to take it to the next level? Or is he just going to say, "Yes, I would like to retract my statement"?
Can I please retract my statement?
I'm so sorry. And
then what did he say?
he said, okay, and then I went through.
That was it?
Yeah, because, he knew I didn't have a handgun. I just had a bad joke.
He could tell by the look on your face.
Right, and, but then...
He didn't frisk you at that point?
No, her dad...
That's crazy, first of all. Would you like to retract your statement?
I went through the metal detector.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her dad was like... had a confused look on his face. I think he began to question the validity of our relationship.
Or her judgment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I lived to tell about it, though.
I mean, think about being...
I don't advise it.
Yeah, I would hate to be the dad. I mean, you don't have a daughter, so the whole karma of this situation is not going to be quite as like it. But if you have a really stupid girl dating one of your sons, I'm saying you were the stupid girl. How, it's going to come back and get you.
It wasn't stupid. It was just...
mindless, brainless.
It was
stupid.
Just a big, bad mistake. It was a stupid thing to do. But it wasn't because I was stupid. It was just because I made really bad comedic choices.
You in love, Rhett. I mean, I love the story because it seems like something I would do, but for the record, have never done.
That is true.
And you did.
Yeah.
So that just levels the playing field.
If you did it, you would do it post 9/11.
All the
and
things,
you would be arrested, and it would be a better story.
Of all the things that I have said that I shouldn't have said, that bypassed my brain and just came out of my mouth, I feel like I at least know that one thing that you did kind of gives me grounds to do that. Matter of fact, I think that's my explanation of all these years of just mouth vomiting stupid stuff sometimes.
You think that my little thing
all because of that,
even to yours?
You've given me license to do that.
I don't think so. I'm just amazed that it even crossed my... Like, everyone who's listening now who, basically grew up...
It's a different world, man.
Yeah, the thing that I would say that is just... It's asinine. But at the time, it was asinine, but it wasn't, as given by the fact the guy didn't frisk me or anything. He was just like, would you like to retract the statement? Okay, that's good. Go get on the plane. Or go say goodbye to your girlfriend.
Yeah. The last time I went to the airport, there was a guy being frisked very thoroughly. And I had never seen someone...
Seen a frisking?
Get like a full body frisking, like the hand going on the outside of the pants and then coming up the inside of the pants. And
really? I've had that happen to me.
Not going up the pants. His hand was still, he was still being patted down.
I've had the full frisking.
You have?
I've had a cavity search too.
Shut up.
Really? If the cavity is my carry-on. I had my carry-on search.
So next time you go to the TSA, you're gonna be like, "Would you like to give me a cavity search?" And you're like gonna hold out your carry-on. For the record, that's not funny either. Don't do that.
Yeah, none of this is advised. Don't do as we say. No, don't do as we do, or don't do as we say.
Just don't travel.
Yeah.
Don't even travel.
Travel by car. You can only get in so much trouble doing that.
Well, more people die in car wrecks than plane.
That's true. It's a lot more dangerous.
That's not what we're talking about, though. Is this a subject change?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just over.
Okay.